Welcome, this is my guide to the Bo-Katan mand'alor unlock. I had done this previously when it near enough first come out, so my mods will slightly vary for when I completed, but this is up to date mods that I've used today. So they have released a video, so this will still work if you're new to this event. I do focus solely on survivability for the most part. So with Kalema and Beck, you want speed, you want protection, as this will help with his overall damage output as well as survivability. When I first did these, because they are heavily RNG based, all these sort of events are, it did take a while. I think it took me about 2 hours roughly to complete all these battles. And I did use a couple of guides at the time to help me with modding. But once you get your mods down, it does make it a lot easier. Obviously, you have to contest with RNG still, as always, but just keep trying it, and eventually you'll get that win. This time around, though, with my current mods, it didn't actually take me that long. I think that once I got my mods the setup mods that I wanted, which is what I got now, I beat this, I think, after 2 attempts. But yeah, in this battle, you do want to, obviously, you get rid of that left guy first as he taunts and it's the tankier one. And then you do want to try and target the guys with the turret on them, as they'll give extra attacks out, which obviously you don't want happening, really. But yeah, this one will, I will see this one out now. I will necessarily use the third ability here, but I wanted to make sure they didn't dodge, as again, RNG can play a factor and they dodge all your attacks and that could end your run. But obviously you don't need to use your third ability there. I was factoring potential dodges and RNG just trying to ruin my little run. So yeah, there you go, very completed. Once you get your mods, easy enough. He's got both his Zetas, and he's underneath the recommended power. Second one, again, with Paz-Vizsla, you do want, again, survivability. I do put crit chance mods on as well, because when I do my AoEs, you want as much damage down as possible just to get through this fight quicker and increase your chance of winning. But as you say, speed, survivability is all my primaries here. It's very much what I want. But yeah, what you want to do here really is, ideally, if you have enough speed, you will go first. But if you don't, if like here, you'll see, I'll be third go. Not an issue. Use my third ability just so I can get frenzy and protection up for survivability, and also I'll get a bonus turn after my next go. So as you see, hit quite low here, but it's fine because I'll have this bonus turn after using my middle and heal back up a little bit. And I'll get a go very quickly as well, which will fully heal me with the third ability once again, as well as that protection up. So now, just very much following the same pattern as before. Third, middle, first, third. And as you see, slowly whittling them down. But again, as I said earlier, RNG is a factor, as they could crit hit consistently and ruin your run. Don't worry too much. Obviously, if you want to put in different mods yourself, if you worry about survivability or you don't have quite as good mods, maybe anything that can potentially give you more defense or more damage, or just, more speed is just always good as well. Always having speed on your mods. So the next battle, the Mando and Grogu, it was the more tricky one, and I think I found this when I first unlocked Bo-Katan, is that this was the one that was more of a pain, and it took me a while. I think out of how long it took me to unlock this, probably took more than half the time. Like, off the total amount of time it took to do all these battles, I think it took me over an hour. But again, my mods would have been different at the time. I did focus on survivability. Again, with both. A bit of damage with Mando, as he will assist a lot, and he's your only damage dealer here, really, other than IG throwing down debuffs, and I think he does throw dots down. But yeah, Mando is your main damage dealer, but you do still want him with a fair bit of survivability. I don't believe I have in the best modded my Mando. As you'll see in this battle, he will get very close to dying several times. But it all worked out well in the end. Yeah, just how I structured it, I think, probably took me through to the end. Maybe a bit of luck as well with the RNG. But as you see, ability blocks, dots, it's pretty much what going to win you. This is any debuffs on them will help you. But as you see there, straight away, nearly lost Mando, which would have ended this very quickly. But that's why Mando's third ability comes in, for that damage immunity. But yeah, as you see, assists, plenty of dots going down. Obviously, again, hopefully RNG is in your favour and it lands these dots like it is for me in this point. Sometimes, obviously, it doesn't. So if you want to put some potency in there just to help, then carry on with that. But yeah, what I'll do is, you'll see with this, when we get one of them left, just the one remaining, and very low health, or relatively low health, enough so we know it's only going to take a turn or two, we'll open up the gate, so we will fully heal our characters as well as gaining max turn meter. As I think this really does help. As you say, one left, but I'll try to stun the other. Didn't work, but it's all right. I'll try to save my middle ability for the next stage, as this guy will go down soon. So I will open the gate here. Again, trying to land stuns, debuffs, daze, very important because it stops them counter-attacking and assisting each other. I do try and kill this one off here now, but I don't think I quite get it, but I do believe he dies to himself after. I believe the dots do take him out. I do put the damage immunity down because I just sensed all this assisting was going to happen, and if they targeted Mando, he would have died. So again, it is just timing when you use things as well. I do try to use the Whistling Birds, and it is purely for the fact of I don't want to attack with basic when they're not dazed or ability blocked or anything, because they will just counter-attack like mad and potentially, ruin your run. They don't counter-attack to the Whistling Birds, which is also helpful. So again, you see there, doesn't matter if they attack IG and Grogu, got very high health pool for me, so it does help with this. But you see here, all these assists can be very nasty. But yeah, just use my third just to heal up a bit. No, he's got a lot of health, so again, try to get those daisies down, just so I don't have to worry about the counter-attacks ruining this. I saw that I did put the Whistling Birds just before we went into this stage. I just thought, try and get as much damage down as possible straight away. At least then it will help me get through this first stage quite quickly, as again, these can be a pain. But as you see here, fortunately, with the damage immunity up, that actually protected me there and actually helped me, because I probably would have lost then. Get that defense up, and I believe, yeah, Whistling Birds again. Just because he doesn't have daze. I think there was a bit of luck there, as I was hoping I got the daze down anyway, but it didn't. As you see, I kind of went into a pattern of trying not to use Mando's basics unless they're days. I should have really opened the gate here, I believe. I don't think I actually did. I think I focused too much on the survivability. But I should have really opened the gate because I could have max healed myself. Bit of an error on my part. But again, it shows there's a little bit of leeway if you do make errors in your run. Yeah, this gets really close. So I definitely got very lucky here. But again, that was probably down to my own errors and all. But as you say, they didn't focus Mando at the end after he was very much one shot. And I got lucky there, got through it. But like I say, if you just obviously figure out obviously your order of what you're going to do, you'll definitely do better than I did, really, with this. But as you say, I still did get lucky and come out with a win on this. So this battle will be over very soon. It does take a while. It can take a while, this battle can, but as you see, this will finish now. But yeah, again, this is probably the harder of all the battles for the Bo-Katan unlock. I found, of even the final battle, I found relatively easy, which is what we will do now. Again, I'll show the mods, but I will use the exact same mods as before. I didn't change them, and this was easy enough. It's just a case of you're just trying to just kill off the Moff Gideon, which you need to use true damage to beat him, as normal attacks won't deal damage to him. But yeah, you can skip ahead if you like to the actual battle just to see, as all these mods are exactly the same as the battle before. But as I said, with this battle, ideally it is about hitting those true damage hits. Bo-Katan is the one who's going to deal most of that damage, as she does deal true damage. And Mando's whistling birds will also deal true damage. In reality, I should have used the armor break there to obviously put down armor shred, which will help with dealing more true damage and winning this earlier. But again, I made the mistake there, not remembering my kits. But he does also cleanse himself off those armor shreds when he uses that ability. This battle will take a few minutes, but again, I think I didn't help myself early on with not using the right abilities. But it's all right as long as you got good survivability on your two characters on IG and Mando. You should be all right, as he can deal a lot of damage, as you see there, but with a lot of survivability, a lot of health, you should be fine. Obviously, Whistling Bird's doing a fair bit of damage there. Bo-Katan with the armor shred, and you'll see how easy this becomes. And there you go. And that is how you unlock your Bo-Katan Mand'alor. It's not the hardest event in the game. I don't think personally. I did find some of the earlier ones a bit more difficult. The gas I found quite difficult. Even now, I don't think I could do a guide on it, as I still struggle with it.